Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Dion back with a daily Fanduel lineup building video for today, January 23rd. I had a pretty successful day today. Cashed in my double ups, missed out in two of my tournaments. I mean, I played IT2 in tournaments. I played IT2 over Kemba, and that didn't work out so well. I missed cash by a little bit, but we can definitely look at my double up. Have it ready here. Went Westbrook, CP3, Harden, Josh Richardson, Carmelo Anthony, Justice Winslow, Jared Sellinger, who had a great game, Clint Capella, and Spencer Hall. So, cash, you see, put in 26, 152. So, not too bad of a day there, man. So we're definitely on to the next day. And, damn, I should stop eating before I do my videos because my acid reflux is starting to act up now. But, we can definitely talk about today's slate, and we're gonna start it off like we always do with the point guard position. And right off the back, man, we have to start off with Lillard. He's the highest priced point guard today. I think it's a great matchup for him. Let's go take a look at the over under right now. It's about 205. Was it? Yeah, 205 over under, and they're 10.5 point favorites, man. So, that's already letting you know it's kind of risky. It has a possibility of being a blowout. I think this game has a chance to stay close. That can actually end up being the total end, and they probably end up winning by 10 or 11. But as long as they force Lillard to play in the waning moments of the fourth quarter, I'm fine with that. So 8,700, man, for a guy who is facing a team that's worse versus the worst against point guards in the whole NBA. Let's go check out the DVP. Giving up about 47.56, and we can go check in the last week as well. Lakers, okay, so they've done pretty well, but it all depends about who you're facing. So Lakers they've been doing pretty high against point guards lately. So I'm just gonna take a look at something real quick. Let's just go see who they faced in the last 3 days, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't account for the Spurs game. So they faced Rondo, Ty Lawson, Raul Neto. So I guess that can kind of guess those 3 games against non-elite point guards can have an effect on it, man. So, we can take that with a grain of salt. I'd rather go based off of what the season is showing me, and it's showing me that they've struggled against point guards for most of the season. And Lillard is definitely a star in his rights. 8,700. Guy has a 28.3 usage rate. This should be a possible. This should be a fast-paced game. I can see that being so, especially if Kobe sits out, man. I think there's a chance Kobe sits out today. And he's playing about 36 minutes a game, so I think in this matchup we'll have a pretty solid floor with enough upside that you pretty much just roster him in cash, and you can take that chance on him in the tournament. So I like Lillard. Next, I'm kind of fading Rondo, man. I think George Hill comes back tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if they write it down. He was only out for personal reasons. Yeah, he's expected to join Pacers in Sacramento. So, he's out for personal reasons. His newborn was born prematurely, so definitely is why he's been missing the last couple of games. So, Rondo, and we know the Pacers fare well against point guards. I mean, Steph Curry is different, but he doesn't really count. So, Rondo pretty much cross him off. If I'm touching anybody in the 8K range, it's Lillard. Tyreke Evans, he's pretty much the shooting guard, and I think he'll stay at that position for most of the game when he's on the court. So you can kind of see where Milwaukee ranks versus shooting guards on the season. Let's check it out. DVP for shooting guard is not that good because there's not too many reliable shooting guards. Oh, this was for last week. Let's go to on the season. Okay, so yeah, it's really hard to really trust shooting guard because everybody's in the low is below 40. So I guess you just want to go with the guy with high usage. I think Tyreke has pretty high usage. It's about, let's go check it out, man. I didn't write down his usage for whatever reason. I don't know why. Let's go look at it. It's Yo, why is this thing taking so long today, bro? Usually goes a lot quicker than this for whatever reason. Is pretty much it's acting retarded. And it's crazy because before this video, when I was taking down some notes, it was going super fast. He has about a 28.2 usage rate within the last week. So this is dated from January 15th till now. So I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty decent. Freaking RotoWire is acting up, so we have to go to freaking Fantasy Alarm, and that's pretty annoying because I just hate looking at it like this. Uh, the layout is pretty ugly in my opinion. Um, let's go scroll up so we can find this game. Okay, we know that game's canceled. What the hell can? Okay, right here. So they pretty much had him listed at the point guard, but I'm almost certain. Damn, now that I look at this matchup on paper, do you guys think they start Drew Holiday tomorrow? Put him at the 1 and Tyreek Evans at the 2? I can't really see Norris Cole guarding Michael Carter Williams 6'5". I mean a 6'6" point guard, and then you got Chris Middleton. So I think Drew Holiday might have a chance of making it back in the starting lineup, and I'd even write Drew Holiday down as one of the point guards that I like tomorrow. But when I actually go look at this, man, I think Drew Holiday can actually be a solid. I mean, Tyreek Evans makes it for a solid play at the 2. Maybe Drew Holiday if you want to get a little cute with it, but yeah, man, Tyreek Evans at the 2. I think he should fare pretty well in this game. 28 usage rate. Milwaukee pretty much middle of the pack. Chris Middleton defense not anybody that I fear. So Tyreek Evans is a guy that fills up the whole stat sheet, and in 31 minutes he got you 41 last game. He's pretty much the point guard, man. Norris Cole gonna run it a little bit, but he's basically gonna be a spot up shooter. So we got 22, 4, 10, 2 steals and 4 turnovers, and he still have 41. So we seen the upside in 31 minutes. Um, did Vegas put out an over under in this game yet? Oh yeah, 205 over under. So, and they're favored about 5. So that's definitely something I like. I like that spread a lot. Um, Tyreek Evans, I think he's definitely a cash game play. So I think you lock him into your lineup and you kind of move on. And let's see if those Vegas lines are kind of accurate when they predict that score, because I want to show you guys what this scoring defense is like and their efficiency. So let's go see where the Pelicans are. So, I mean, not the Pelicans, where Milwaukee is. So they're right there close to the bottom, giving up about 103 points a game. Now, let's go see where they rank in the defensive efficiency. So, you can kind of get an idea about what their defense is like. Scroll, go up. Okay, I know they're pretty much around about. So they the fifth worst in defensive efficiency. So Tyreek Evans definitely make for a good play, and they're definitely not a good rebounding team. So the rebounding rate is not that good. They are sixth worst. So given the rebounding rate is below 50. So Tyreek Evans is definitely a guy that grabs boards. He pretty much does it all. So like Tyreek, especially for cash. We kind of move on now to the next play. Reggie Jackson. Now, I think and on this kind of slate, I could see him being a cash game play, but he's usually just a tournament play for me because he won't ever go above 32, 33 minutes, especially with Brandon Jennings back. But this is a 206 over under. They are 3-point favorites. Uh, Reggie Jackson, he's playing 32 minutes a game. I think that's pretty solid. Fifth worst DVP versus point guard. So let's go look at the DVP for this team. Denver Nuggets. So they're pretty much fifth, for giving up about 44.36 points a game. Now let's go take it last week. See if that's pretty accurate, man. See if that's holding true. So we know Moody has been back, and yep, they're still up there. I mean, they did face Westbrook, but he's still getting up about 55.31 in the last 2. Let's go even check the last 3, see where they rank. So we're trying to see if it's really just because of Westbrook. And the last 3, they still in the bottom 10, so giving up about 43. So I can definitely see Reggie Jackson having a decent game here. I'm just turn the ball over a little bit. mainly mainly Moutier, but I definitely like Reggie Jackson here. The usage rate is about 25.3. Have that written down. Um, my only knock on him today was he doesn't really play over 33 minutes. So you take that and you can kind of run with it. But over under is suggesting that this might be a pretty high scoring game. What is this? Basically 100, no, 105 to 100. So why am I blind? I can't find this. Okay, yeah, 206 actually 3-point favorite. So this is definitely expected to be a high over. I mean, and this is in Denver, so I definitely see this being a high paced game. So I like Reggie Jackson a little bit for tournaments. My next tournament play, we gotta talk about Kyrie, man. They just fired the coach. I'm not gonna base it off of the coach, but Kyrie man so inconsistent, and I think Tyronn Lue tries to establish him here. Get Kyrie back into a rhythm, kind of like give him force feed him the ball. But Chicago's third worst versus point guards on the season. The DVP isn't good at all. So that's one area where I really like Kyrie. Let's go check it out. Yep, giving up about 45 a game. His minutes are also inconsistent, but 201 over under. Cavs 10-point favorites. I'm not quite sure about that, but I guess Vegas is trying to run with that narrative that they're going to be a lot better since they fired Blatt. But Kyrie has a 27.1 usage rate in the last week. Uh, so I mean, and the Bulls in the second leg of a back to back, so that might also be why they're 10-point favorites. So, um, Kyrie, man, definitely think you can give him a look in tournaments. Don't have really anything bad to say about him. Let's see what he's done in the past couple of games. Okay, so look at this: 21 versus Brooklyn. Well, this game was a blowout, and this game was a blowout. And the Clippers, I think he had a little bit of foul trouble, and Chris Paul is just not a great matchup for him. Um, so I think he can if he's putting up 21 actual points versus the Bulls. I think he'll probably fill out the rest of the stat sheet well enough to hit value. So needs about 35 plus, probably more than 35 in tournaments, but in cash you'll probably need about 35 from him if you roster him. Don't know if you can trust him for that yet, but I have a weird feeling about Kyrie tomorrow. And we move on next to the next point guard. There's no DVP on it, but I just like D Rose versus Kyrie individually, man. D Rose has been picking it up. Scoring's been a lot better. Got 27 actual points today, 29 before, 20, 18, 23. So he's a little bit scoring dependent. He's played 36 minutes. He doesn't even usually do that, but yeah, man, the scoring has picked up a lot. So he's gotten you value the last two games. Definitely think this can. Maybe I'm being biased, but I definitely think he can continue this versus Kyrie. So even on the second leg of a back to back, but we'll see, man. He definitely won't be in my cash game lineups, but I do like him a little bit. Another off the wall guy I like. Well, Moody, we have to see if Jermaine Nelson is gonna play. There's a chance that he plays. We'll see when the news come out. So for right now, just not gonna talk about Moody. I'll probably tweet some things after see the news come out or whatever. But Dennis Schroeder, man, could he be a solid play versus the Phoenix backcourt that it's been pretty much horrible, man. They rank bottom five in both against point guards and shooting guards. So okay, they're second worst versus point guards, and they are the worst versus shooting guards. And I think in this matchup, this will definitely be a blowout. Does Vegas have? Vegas doesn't have an over under on the game. Yeah, I guess because there's a bunch of injuries, but I see this game being a blowout on Schroeder again, maybe 25 to 30 and maybe 22 minutes. He got 25 versus Sacramento, didn't do much. Struggled to hold on to the ball, but look what he did in 20 minutes versus Brooklyn. Look what he did in 21 minutes versus Chicago. So we know the upside is there for him. So strictly tournament play. Uh, and that's pretty much about it for point guards, man. Let's see what the Suns point guards have been. He played 39 minutes last time out, but that's with Brandon Knight out. Let's see if Brandon Knight news. Okay, he's dealing with a strain hit. So we really don't have no news on Knight yet. Besides that, there's a chance he will play. So we can kind of move on from point guards to shooting guards. Jimmy Butler, man, I'm not gonna lie, he picks it up another level when he plays against the Cavs. So he's pretty much tournament play to me. He just got 40. He just basically put up a 50 burger versus uh one of the best shooting guard defenses in the league. So let's go see what Boston ranks versus shooting guard. So okay, they're top 10 team versus shooting guards this year, and he just put up a 50 burger on Avery Bradley and Jay Crowder, whoever guarded him. So Jimmy Butler, man, he's definitely in play even against LeBron. LeBron probably won't guard him, but he will be. Jimmy Butler will probably guard LeBron. So that might tire them out, but so that makes him a tournament play, and LeBron get anybody in foul trouble. So Jimmy Butler, he's shown the upside even with a healthy D Rose and Powell in the lineup. So we all know his usage is pretty good. Let's go check it out, man. Just I don't even know the number. I just know it's at least 26, 27. Jimmy Butler usage is actually a 22.6 within the last week. So we take that in the matchup against the Cavs, who have pretty good DVP versus shooting guards and small forward, and they play pretty slow. So it'll be interesting to see if they keep that philosophy in this matchup. But so far they've been playing pretty slow, and Vegas has them basically blown his team out. So if you believe that, Jimmy Butler at 8,900 again, and not a great DVP matchup. Uh, I don't know, man. I definitely think you can fade him. But a guy I do like for tournaments, and I'm on the fence about Rassam and Cash, but on this kind of slate, man, I think I might just do it. CJ McCollum, man, Mr. Scoring Dependent. Um, this dude, he's pretty much like I said, man. He's pretty much scoring dependent, but he's getting you about 34, 35 minutes a game. The DVP is there for him. The Lakers are giving up the fourth most points to shooting guards. He's getting 35 minutes a game. The ceiling is there. He has about a 27.6 usage rate. The only thing that's scaring me is a possible blowout. Let's go look at the over under again. 205 over under 10.5 point favorite. So I mean, CJ McCollum, if you think this game stays close enough to the point he plays down the stretch on the floor, I like him a lot here. And just looking at the individual matchup, let's go look at this game. Okay, scroll down a little bit till we find it. Um, I hate this site. I don't know how many times I have to say it. This is CJ McCollum being guarded by Lou Will. That's all we need to say, man. So I think you kind of move on from there. You lock him in your cash games and move on. We scroll down the list. Monta Ellis, he's interesting because his price is up, and I mean he has a decent matchup. His price is up, and freaking George Hill's gonna be back to take away a little bit of usage. I mean, even when George Hill's playing, Monta was pretty much running a point. But his prices jumped up, and Sacramento, as bad as they've been all season on defense, I think I've seen like the last 3 games they've been playing some pretty solid defense. Even they've been blowing teams out and just giving up huge leads, but they've been playing solid defense for most of the game. And in the fourth quarter, it just blows open and they almost choke away games. But yeah, I think Monte could be a solid option here at 6,300. Got 28 versus Golden State. He most likely would have got more, but he picked up a lot. He pretty much didn't get any of these points until the second half because of foul trouble. He had 3 fouls in the first half, so it pretty much killed his any of his upside. So he's shown upside. What scares me as well is Joe Young has shown some promise. Joe Young is the backup point guard for George Hill, but he's definitely been balling the last 2 games. He just had a decent outing versus the Warriors, so let's go check him out. He's a shooting guard on here. He's a shooting guard. Yeah, what? Yeah, Joseph. Damn, I forgot his full name. He's a shooting guard on here, but he's been having some decent games. Last 3 games, 25, 24, 30. So I think it might take a little bit of minutes from Monta or George Hill, but it's yet to be known. You probably just lock Monta in your cash games and move on. KCP versus Denver, man. KCP, the minutes are up there. He's getting you a consistent. He has a pretty solid floor, I think, except for this Memphis game. But anybody could struggle. I could see any guard struggling against Memphis. But for the most part, he's giving you close to 37 minutes a game, giving you about 25 plus Fanduel points. So, pretty much an easy cash game play for me. Um, you really won't kill your lineup though. That's the one thing I like about him. Shooting guards, Denver is struggling versus them, giving up about 39.28. But KCP doesn't have a lot of usage, so that's something to be worried about, especially at 6K. Let's see where he ranks. 20.4. It bounced up a little bit, so not really the worst because he's pretty much gonna be on the court more than any of these guys here that's above him in usage. So this is within the last week, so KCP pretty much a solid cash game. Probably fade him in tournaments because the upside isn't there, but I like his floor. Next I like Lou Will if Kobe is sitting out, man. I think there's a possibility Kobe sits out and Lou will definitely see 32 plus minutes, and we know he has some high usage on his team. We can go check that out a little bit. So you guys. Uh, I just thought about it. I don't even know why I write all the stuff down because I end up wanting to show you guys anyway. So you don't just take what I'm saying and automatically believe me. You get to see for yourself. Louisville has a 23.4 usage rate. The minutes have been down, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Okay, no, they're still pretty consistent. 32, 33, 31. But 5,800 still not even his peak price for what he can do. He's showing you 50-point upside. We got 35 minutes against OKC, dropped 44 real points. So definitely like Lou Will if Kobe is sitting out. Ken Bazemore in a possible blowout. Ken Bazemore is one of those dudes that I said I will not play over 5K since the beginning of the season. And I think I've held true to that to the most part. I'm not quite sure. Did I play? Oh no, I actually did play him. I played him versus Sacramento with the 17.8 game, and that's pretty much the reason why I said that, man. Because whenever people are on him, that's when he tends to flop. So definitely a fave for me, especially in cash, man. He's always a tournament option. I can't really rely on him on his team. And I don't think he has a great matchup at the three, and the minutes have been way too inconsistent, man. 28, 32, 23, 27, 23, 25, 27. So we don't really know particularly what his role is, really. So probably fade him there. J.R. Smith missed the tournament play because I can hit 7 threes and really don't fill up the rest of the stat sheet and get fouled out or get ejected. So I think in close games, his minutes are pretty safe, around 30 plus. And I think he's a pretty solid option, man, against Snell. Yo, speaking of Snell, I was watching the Bulls. This is off DFS, but I was watching the Bulls game earlier today, man, versus Celtics. And they put Isaiah Thomas on him, man. They put Isaiah Thomas on him, and he did not do anything, bro. He did not even ask for the ball. He didn't call for it. He didn't go put him in the post. Nothing, bro. He just walked around freelancing or whatever. And I'm like, yo, this is why the Bulls suck because the freaking Celtics put a 5'9", 5'10" point guard on a freaking 6'7", 6'8" small forward / shooting guard, and this dude did not even look to score, man. Freaking D Rose throwing him a bunch of open passes. I'm not even just saying today. D Rose throwing him a bunch of open passes. He's just missing a wide open three. So I'm a D Rose fan, and I hate when people say D Rose don't pass the ball or get assists. Well, when you're passing the ball and the guy's not making shots, aka Tony Snell, that's what happened. So yeah, we can kind of move on from there. Devin Booker, is he pretty much locked into everybody's cash game line tomorrow? His price still hasn't caught up with him. Still 4,500. I think he did jump up 500 though. If I'm not mistaken, he was 4K. But he's pretty much been having some great games here. 33, 33, 26, 22, 31, 31. And if we still have a bunch of injuries, especially Brandon Knight not playing or something like that, I think you could pretty much lock Devin Booker in, man, because all he needs is about 22, 23 FanDuel points in this matchup. And you can lock him into your cash games. Probably don't know about tournaments because Atlanta's a pretty good, decent defensive team as far as efficiency goes. So Booker, man, definitely love him for cash games, especially if Brandon Knight is out. So let's go look at his usage, really. Uh, is this gonna load fast today or what? Damn. Okay, so within the last week, he has a 22 usage rate. Let's go see. I just want to see what he did from the last game. That was the 21st. So let's just see how what his usage rate was on the 21st versus the Spurs. Mm. I actually like that this is taking a little while because I freaking hate talking for a long period of time without my throat started getting parched and all that. So I gotta take a little take a little sip of this juice. So okay, so in the last game he had a 21 usage rate. It's pretty decent for at his price. So um, Devin Booker, yeah, definitely a solid cash game play. We kind of move on. Kyle Korver has held me down, man. The last 2 days, it's consistent 19, but now he's at the point where I want 22 to 25 and not 19. So, Korver probably won't kill your lineup, but he's pretty solid. I think you pretty much just move on from there at shooting guard. You go on to small forward. Are we at the point where we just fade LeBron on these kind of slates, bro? I think you can fade LeBron here, even at 9,600, bro. Like this is LeBron's. This probably be the cheapest LeBron will be all year, and we got him for the low. So, 35 minutes even against Jimmy Butler defense. Can he get 45 plus points again in this matchup? Who knows? But there's no stat to really back this up. I think Jimmy Butler is not a guy I really want to pick on most of the time, but I think LeBron in tournaments might be sneaky. He'll probably go low on just because people know Jimmy Butler will be on him. Paul George, I like him a little bit here, especially if Rudy Gay is out. Let's go check the news. He's questionable to deal with a heel injury, and if he gets a lot of Caspi defense and a fast-paced game, I love Paul George at that price. Even though he's been burning me the last few times I played him, um, we all know his usage rates through the roof. So we can move on now to freaking Chris Middleton, man. I guess people will hit up FanDuel support all day today and said move Middleton back to the 3 because he was at shooting guard on FanDuel for literally a day, man, and they moved him back to small forward already. 7,400, man, for a guy that's pretty much consistent as hell. It's not gonna really get you less than 30 on any given night. You really want about 35, 36 FanDuel points from him. Even on a back-to-back against New Orleans, I think that's very possible. Has a high usage rate, and those pretty much a lot of guys on the Bucks that had a good matchup. So it was really hard for him to exploit his with Harden. So I'm not really mad that he only had about 32, but he's been putting up 20 actual points every game. So except for with the exception of one in his last 10, only in the Spurs, but Spurs don't count. Spurs do that to everybody. So Middleton in a good matchup. I like him. Let's see if there's an over under on this game. Yes, it is 205, 5 point spread, but definitely think this will be a close game. So Middleton, I like from the E here. Let's go take a look at the individual matchup that we might see. I told you guys already, man. I think he's gonna probably see Tyreek Evans' defense. Tyreek's really not that good at defense, so uh yeah, man, because I can't see Norris Cole starting against Michael Carter Williams or guarding Middleton. But if they were to play Cole at that, I like Middleton, whether he gets guarded by Cole or Tyreek Evans. So I'm leaning towards Middleton for cash already, and I like his matchup there. So next we can move on to Gallinari. Now Gallinari, man, he's kind of burned me the last 2 times. I played him versus OKC. I mean, he's pretty much at value at OKC, but he had 29 at halftime. So to only get freaking 5 points after halftime was pretty annoying from him. And then Memphis, I know that's not the best of a best matchup possible, but I thought he'd get a lot more than that. So even in a slow paced game, so Gallinari makes for a solid tournament option. And I'm a guy I like to put in at least two tournament lineups a day and just flood the rest of my lineup with double ups and 50-50. So I'm definitely looking at Gallinari in tournaments versus Detroit. Marcus Morris doesn't really scare me. Gallinari is a guy that can light it up. Who knows? Detroit might be tired, man. He might be able to take advantage of the defense, the altitude. I'm pretty sure Detroit doesn't play that often, seeing as this is a East Coast team and they don't really travel to Denver. They probably play them once or twice a year. So definitely like Gallinari here. We can kind of move on. His minutes are pretty consistent with a high usage rate. So as long as he's playing over 30 minutes in a close game, I think Gallinari's solid. Caspi, do we just lock him in if Rudy Gay's out? I think you probably do play him for the block and cash, and you could possibly fade him in tournaments. I think that's a solid. I think that's a solid play. Then next we scroll down, Matt Barnes. This all depends on Tony Allen. Let's go see the news. He's questionable to play Saturday, so Tony Allen is out. I think you pretty much can lock Matt Barnes in your cash games. He's been pretty safe. He's been putting up consistent numbers. Uh, 30. If he's not, especially if he's playing 36 minutes. If he's playing 36 minutes again, I'm definitely locking Matt Barnes in my lineup. So I like him for cash. Jeff Green in tournaments. He played 21 last time out. So Barnes is definitely robbing him of all his minutes. So pretty much I'll probably stay away from him there. Maybe CJ Miles, but too much use is there for me to like him. TJ Warren, if PJ Tucker's out. Okay, he had a chest injury, so yeah, I just had the one up. So. Okay, he didn't come back in though, so I think that might be a lot scarier than most people think. So if PJ Tucker's out, TJ Warren's probably like to play 35 minutes. And I think 4,100 he can get 22. He's a scorer, so he's a pretty darn good scorer. So against ATL, I can see him getting 22 here. 22 Fanduel points, not actual points. So after that, we move on from small forward. It's not too many other guys I like. So AD's pretty much, I think you pretty much lock him into your cash game. He got the injury upside though, so it's kind of scary. But he's a guy that plays close to 40 minutes most of the time in close games. They'll probably lower his minutes because he's been getting injured. He's usually playing around at 42, 43. And I see they're trying to lower it because he keeps getting injured. So 36, the DVP is there against Milwaukee, if I am not mistaken. Let's go check it out. Milwaukee is basically seventh worst versus power forwards, giving up about 45 Fanduel points a game. And we all know the matchup. Let's go. Hold on. We're gonna look at the usage first. We're gonna look at the usage first. And while that's loaded, I'm gonna show you who's gonna be guarding this guy. Jabari Parker, 6'8", 6'9" Jabari Parker versus 6'11", 8 foot guy, 8 foot wingspan or whatever his wingspan is, and he's just come on. I want to go see how tall exactly Jabari Parker is. This is how off the wall I am as a freaking live streamer. I'm about to go look at Jabari Parker's height. He's 6'8". Let's see Anthony Davis. See his wingspan. This dude, Anthony Davis, okay, we're about to look on his Draft Express. I guess this is when he first came in the NBA, so 2012. His wingspan, standing reach is a 9 foot, wingspan 7.5 basically. So freaking come on, bro. Anthony Davis, I'm just locking him in my lineup right now. Paul Millsap versus Phoenix. I would like him, but he's at 9K, and I don't think there's any way that game stays close. So I'm probably gonna fade him. Pau Gasol. Let's see what he did today. 32 minutes, had 30. I might need his price to drop down to just a little bit below K before I can really like start to like him. And Kevin Love, man, I'm starting to like his aggressiveness. He's been active on the boards, been putting up solid numbers scoring wise. So I think Kevin Love's probably a safe play. Even against Taj Gibson, man, he's been knocking his trades down. So K Love, not a high usage guy, not a guy that's gonna dominate the ball, but he's been consistent. And Kenneth Faried, man, talk about a guy being on the boards. Let's go check it out. 12 and 15 the last game. He's looking pretty safe, and he's doing this in 24 minutes. So 24, 28 minutes. He's not playing a ton of minutes. Guess maybe that was because it was against the Grizzlies. But man, talk about a guy who's active, man. He's giving you 12 boards in 24 minutes. So Kenneth Faried versus Detroit. This should be an up and down game. And if they go to the Hacker Drummond mode and he gets the freaking other guy, he gets Ilyasova and who else do they have at power? Who else do they have? And Tolliver in the game most of the time he should abuse the board. So I love Kenneth Faried in cash and tournaments. Nice play there. Ilyasova has been pretty consistent as well, except for last game. I mean, that's to be expected with AD guarding you. So, besides that, he's been putting up solid numbers in the last few matchups. Been hovering around 30, got 39 versus Brooklyn. Of course, the Spurs, that was a blowout. Memphis, he got 32, 27 versus GS, 37 versus Chicago, 32 versus Houston. So, and decent to good matchups, he's balling. So, Ilyasova, I like him. And let's go look at the minute count again. He's playing 30. He's played 30 or more in the last 4 games. So I like how he's trending upwards. So love him there. After we move on from that, I guess we can nah, I can't play him. Taj Gibson, man, versus Kevin Love. I like the individual matchup. I think Todd should be safe for about 10 and 10 here. That's about 20 off the back. He was in foul trouble today, if I'm not mistaken. And then you gotta give Bobby Porter some run. So I think if he gets 30 minutes in this matchup, he's safe in cash. Who else do we have here? Miles Turner. Talk about a guy on the boards and doing a lot of other things, man. 31 actual points versus the Warriors, and this wasn't a lot of this was really not garbage time. So he's just balling, man. This guy's pretty active. 31 actual points, man. So he's a point per minute monster. Mahemni, if he's out, let's see his news. Okay, he's expected to miss most Friday. Is expected to miss both Friday and Saturday games. So Mahemni basically out. Lock turn into your cash games. Don't even think about it. This especially against Sacramento. So fast paced game. He'll probably be like 70% owned in cash. So you'll definitely want to go with the block, and it should be a high scoring game. So I'm liking him a lot there. As far as the other power forwards go, I think I'm just fading the punts today. I don't think I'm really doing any tournaments because I'm not liking the tournament options that's out there today, man. I think it's a lot of chalky plays today. So probably fade that there. Centers. Do we just lock Boogie in versus Jordan Hill? Boogie is consistent as hell. Let's go look at his numbers. 53, 61, 42, 57, 45, 50, 52, 65, 60, 47. So in this matchup here, man, against an undersized, well, he should abuse Jordan Hill and freaking Turner, man. I don't think anybody should stop him in this matchup. And Lavoy Allen, whoever you put out there against him. So if you have the salary to do so, man, I'm the type of crazy person. If I do a tournament, I'll see if it's any way possible I could fit Boogie and AD in the lineup. So that's just me trying to be super contrarian. But let's see how much it'll leave you with on average. Okay, so that's not even really that bad. I just want to see something. Let's say we went freaking Schroeder and call. Okay, should go right. You go Lou Will. Devin Booker night out. Okay, you can actually make something work if you was to stack that, but I'm probably not gonna run this as a lineup, but I just want to see if you can make it work. So Drummond, let's see the DVP versus four big man four centers versus Denver. Okay. Denver's bottom 10 versus centers giving about 48. So this is probably gonna be a great matchup. Let's see where they rank in rebounds. So they're not giving up a bunch of rebounds, but they are giving up a bunch of actual points, man. And I think Drummond is the highest usage on this team on Detroit. So I think that makes for a solid play. Uh, I don't know if we can ever call him a cash game play when we see him miss 23 free throws in a game and he get pulled from the game because Stan Van Gundy thought he was hurting the team, but he has a 24.5 usage rate. So in this matchup, fast-paced game, I can see him getting 20 actual points, 15 plus rebounds, maybe a few blocks and steals. So I like Drummond 9K though. He's around that price where I'm like, I don't know, man. This like but if I felt like he's gonna be chalky and he's worth, I think he'll be the block play. So then maybe Drummond, maybe I could roster Drummond in the cash. But right now, I think there's enough solid plays that people might not be on him. So you got Drummond there, Gasol playing injured. Okay, he's questionable with a knee contusion. So this is the type of game where he might not play. And I forgot to talk about somebody at power forward, Ryan Hollins. I just now remembered. Where's he at? Is he here? So if Marc Gasol is out, Ryan Hollins gets the bump to center, and he probably will. He's looking like a little point per minute guy against OKC. Got got 12 minutes, 16 points, 13 minutes against Denver, 10.8 points. So he might be a solid point per minute guy. And so maybe if he gets 25, maybe 25 in this matchup, he gets you about 22 or something like that. Against Minnesota, who DVP is not that good versus centers, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see where they rank. Okay, they're not that bad, but I mean, most teams are bad against centers because it's not really that much big of a difference from 48 to 45. So they're not the worst of the worst, but they're definitely around what everybody's giving up. So 3,500 can't really turn that down. See what happened with Spencer Hall today, went for 33. So I think that's definitely a solid play at power forward if you want to punt. Allows you to pay for something else. So another center I like. Maybe speaking if Drummond is out, I think in that matchup, Karl-Anthony Towns could have a good matchup. So let's see, 37 minutes coming off a 62-point game, so he might be as chalky as ever, especially if Gasol is out. So he's shown the upside, man. He's trying to make a case for Rookie of the Year after seeing Porzingis go off against the Sixers. So I guess he had to get one of those games out. Let you guys know why he's one of the best. So Karl-Anthony Towns 7.7 in a slow paced game. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, but I can see him hitting 35 plus in this game. So not a bad play. Horford, never a cash game. When I say never a cash game, he's never a cash game play. And I might not never play him again until he drops to below 7K. And I don't think Fanduel's gonna drop him that low unless he has another 2.4 game like he did versus Charlotte. So hopefully he has one of those so I can get him in the tournament. And after that, man, for centers, I think you either gotta look at Chandler and Len if Markieff, John Lure, and Teletovic are out again. I think you could pretty much lock them in cash, or you gotta go Willie Cauley-Stein, who's only at 4,100 now. He got a 500 price bump. Was he 36 or 35? I think he was 36. So got a 5 point price bump, and it's well deserved because in the last two games he got you 33 and 29. So, and the minutes have looked pretty consistent for him. So, can't really complain there. I'm gonna try to make a lineup now. And then after that, man, I'm gonna hit up out of here. Getting kind of tired again, and I hate talking for a long period of time, man. I think these videos make me tired as well. Uh, Point guard. I'm gonna make a tournament lineup, guys. That's gonna be low owned. Um, I like I like Kyrie a little bit. I think Schroeder could be a good play there. I kind of don't like that price. I wish he was like 4,500 or something. He's at freaking Donald Sloan's a starting point guard. He's more expensive than him. Moutier is at the same price versus Detroit. So I'm just doing it for the lineup sake. Shooting guard, McCollum. Uh, you want to go tournament? Lou Will, 6 man, like him. Lou Will. Chris Middleton, I like him. Uh, let's see. T.J. Warren, I kind of like him. P.J. Tucker might be out. He's a nice scorer. Power forward. We can go AD. Then we go Islands. I was hoping they gave me enough, and then we got enough for freaking Drummond. So that could be a solid play. And if you're like, okay, that's stupid to have Schroeder, you want a little bit of security. Where's he at? Okay, we could just go Moody, man. We got enough salary to do so. So with that being said, man, I'm about to head up out of here. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Appreciate the support, man. Make sure to give this a thumbs up if you like what I'm saying, man. You like the analysis and everything like that. So subscribe, man, if you haven't as well. And hit me up on Twitter, man. Hold on, let me go to it. Promote again. Daily FD lineups, man. I do respond to everybody that writes to me, so uh, I appreciate the feedback. So with that being said, I'm about to head up out of here, man. Peace. No, what the hell is that?